What you're about to see is not just a weapon, it's the most destructive force ever created by humans. A force so absolute, it challenges our understanding of the physical world. This is the hydrogen bomb. The hydrogen bomb, also known as the thermonuclear bomb, represents a terrifying leap in our ability to destroy. To understand it, we must look back. The bombs dropped on Hiroshima were horrific, but they were just the beginning. The hydrogen bomb is thousands of times more powerful. If the atomic bomb is a match, the H-bomb is a wildfire. It is the power of the sun itself, harnessed and weaponized. A star brought down to Earth to end civilization. After World War II, the peace was a thin veil. The world entered the most dangerous era in history, the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union competed to build the ultimate deterrent, a race where the winner takes nothing. It was an age of spies and secrets. Nuclear blueprints were leaked, fueling the Soviet fire and accelerating the crisis. In 1962, the world stood at the very brink of nuclear war during the Cuban Missile Crisis, a 13-day standoff. For the first time, millions realized that their world could end before the next sunrise. The fear was absolute. This wasn't just about territory, it was about existence. The arms race had begun, and there was no finish line. In top-secret facilities, the brightest minds were pushed to the brink. They sought a weapon beyond the atomic. Led by Edward Teller, they sought the super bomb, a weapon that didn't just split atoms, but fused them together. Even Oppenheimer hesitated. He saw the shadow of what was coming, a weapon with no theoretical limit to its power. The breakthrough came with the Teller-Ulam design, a two-stage process that unleashed unimaginable energy. At the heart of this monster lie isotopes of hydrogen, deuterium and tritium. Ordinary hydrogen has one proton. These have more. To fuse these isotopes, you need temperatures found only in the centers of stars, millions of degrees of heat. This is done through radiation implosion. X-rays from a fission primary blast compress the fusion secondary until it ignites. This was the breakthrough. Nuclear fusion, the very process that powers every star in the night sky. A standard atomic bomb works by fission, the splitting of atoms. It is violent, but it has a physical ceiling. The hydrogen bomb is different. It uses the heat of an atomic explosion to trigger fusion, the merging of atoms. The atomic bomb is the match, and the hydrogen fuel is the forest. Together, they create a sun on Earth. November 1st, 1952, the Marshall Islands, the world's first thermonuclear test, codenamed Ivy Mike. The explosion was 10 megatons, 700 times more powerful than Hiroshima. The island was vaporized. Then came Castle Bravo. It was supposed to be 5 megatons. It exploded with 15, the largest US test in history. The fallout from Castle Bravo reached a Japanese fishing boat, the Lucky Dragon No. 5, a tragedy that shocked the world. But the Soviets were not finished. In 1961, they prepared the ultimate statement of power, the Tsar Bomba. At 50 megatons, it was the largest explosion ever. It could be seen 600 miles away, a monster of pure fire. The world watched in terror. We had reached the peak of our destructive genius. There was nowhere left to go. In the heart of the blast, temperatures reach 100 million degrees, hotter than the core of the sun itself. The shock wave travels for hundreds of miles, shattering everything. There is no shelter, there is no hiding. Then comes the invisible killer, radiation. It poisons the air, the water, and the very DNA of the survivors. The H-bomb doesn't just kill the present, it poisons the future. It is a debt that humanity may never repay. Entire regions would become uninhabitable for centuries, a legacy of shadow and bone, a world left in ruins. The doomsday clock began its final countdown. We are now closer to midnight than ever before in human history. If the bombs fall, nuclear winter follows. Crops fail. Billions starve in the frozen darkness of a dead world. A full-scale nuclear war wouldn't just end nations, it would end civilization. The survivors would envy the dead. Fear became the common language of the 20th century. A global movement rose to demand an end to the madness. Treaties were signed, weapons were dismantled, but the knowledge of how to build them can never be unlearned. Today, more nations seek this power. The club of nuclear states is growing, and with it, the risk of a mistake. Thousands of these weapons sit in silent silos, beneath the waves and on bombers, ready for a launch that must never come. They are hidden in the shadows of the ocean, waiting for a command that would end everything we know. We live in a world governed by MAD, mutually assured destruction, a fragile balance held together by terror. As geopolitical tensions rise, the risk of a moment of madness grows. We are walking a tightrope over the abyss. In the age of cyber warfare, the control of these weapons is more vulnerable than ever. A single line of code could end it all. The hydrogen bomb is not just a weapon. It is a reminder, a testament to our genius and our capacity for suicide. We have built a god of destruction. Now we must find the wisdom to keep it in its cage, for the sake of the future. The real danger is not the bomb, it's the people who control it. The future is still in our hands, for now.